What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're starting off at the junkyard. There's a couple of parts I found I need, so we're gonna go ahead and get him off before he closes for the weekend. I did find some of these side steps off this Ford F-250. I'm gonna go ahead and take him off and see if we can make him work on our Cummins. We're probably gonna have to re-weld some new brackets. I'm not sure if those will bolt on. I've got my jack out here and all my tools. Truck is in the shade, so it's gonna be nice and cool for us. But I did have to carry my tools all the way back here. So let's go ahead and lift up the truck and start taking these off. Alright, so the side steps are off. I've already got that other side off and in the truck. I was using these wheels here as jack stands, but this side was sitting on the ground, so it was a little harder to get off. But now I'm going to go ahead and catch my breath. It's pretty hot out here, and I have to take off another part. I have to get a frame rail off this Sentra over here. So basically I just need this bracket right over here for the radiator support at the bottom. This one's completely crushed on my car, so instead of drilling it out right here, I'm just going to cut the whole frame rail so I'm not working out here in the sun. So let's grab the Sawzall. Hopefully my batteries are all charged up and get this cut off. Alright guys, so I didn't make it very far. We just started cutting the frame rail and both of my batteries died. I'm never going to buy DeWalt anymore, but these are the old ones. We got a lot of use out of them, but I need to get me a Milwaukee set with the lithium batteries. But one of the workers here let me borrow his, and it is a DeWalt, so let's go ahead and see if this will take care of it. We don't have much more to go, and then I'm just going to chop it off right here. So let's get this off and get on out of here. Alright, so we got the frame section off. This is the piece we need right here, this lower bracket. You can see all the rivets in there. So let's go inside, pay for this, and get on out of here. What's up guys? Here we have a 2017 Nissan Sentra with some front end damage. It does have a clean title with 20,000 miles. Both fenders and the hood are still good. This one took more undercarriage damage. We need to order our headlights and our front bumper and replace the radiator support. This is the bracket right over here. This is the extension, so we do have to replace this one. There's a few spot welds to the frame rail. So this should be a quick rebuild. All the parts are super easy to find, and we do have a couple of airbags. So let's get this car on the frame and get it done. Alright, so we got the Sentra all tied down. I'm only using a few bolts on the clamps right here. We're not done making all the bolts, and the original ones did get bent, so we're upgrading the channel to something like this. It's a lot stronger. This goes right underneath this, and this should be enough to pull this damage out, but if the car does start moving around, I'll throw more chains on it. So now let's go ahead and take these front wheels off, take some measurements, and then we'll be ready to start pulling. So we got the radiator support, the rebar, and the frame extension off. This right lower bracket for the radiator support took most of the damage. It's all twisted up. I've already got the center spot welds marked up. There's just a few around the frame rail. This side's already off. So let's go ahead and drill these out. On this side, I'm probably gonna have to pull this alternator and these lines to get my drill in there. And then on this side, we're probably gonna be able to save this one right here. I just need to pull it out and hammer that out. If not, he's got that side too. So let's go ahead and get this bracket off and get it out of the way. Alright, so we got the lower radiator support bracket off. I did end up using the air hammer on this side because the lower bracket does run underneath the upper bracket there. So I just needed a little bit more force. I've got all the sides straightened up. Now let's go over to our donor piece. And here's our radiator support. This is what came in. I ordered this with the VIN number. And then this is what came off the car. As you can see, it's a little bit different. It's got these brackets right over here that bolt onto the side brackets right there. And then this one just runs across and doesn't have any brackets. So I'm getting all this straightened out with the dealership. Hopefully we can get it squared away. Here's our donor piece. And at first I didn't realize I was gonna be using this front section right over here. And it's got a little damage right here and over here, but I'm sure I could straighten that up after I get this off. I've already got the center spot welds marked up. Now let's go ahead and drill it out and get this frame rail out, and then we'll be ready to start mocking it up on the car. Alright guys, so before I weld this bracket on, I did want to get the radiator support on to see how everything was lining up with our hood latch. Everything looks nice and even around here. We do have to adjust our door. It did go down just a little bit. But all of the gaps are looking nice and even in the front. I am repairing this right headlight. There was one tab broke, so why not just fix it? And then I don't know how this radiator support is actually working because it is different than what we have. But looking at the diagram with the VIN number, this is what it shows, and it doesn't have those brackets right over here. So if that works, I mean, with the radiator, all these holes right here line up. We're just gonna run this style. But yeah, everything is there. So I'm gonna go ahead and start taking all this off, and then we'll get this welded. And then I'll probably need to pull it because it does look like it's a little bit bent. I got this kink right here out. So everything is looking really good. We've got more parts coming in, and we are still waiting on the front bumper. Let's check out the inside. So pretty clean car overall. It does have a few scratches on it right over here. I'm pretty sure this is where Bruno actually jumped on it. It's been sitting outside for a few months. Interior is really clean. Just needs a nice detail, but we have the driver wheel, the roof, and the seat airbag. Don't really like when the roof airbag deploys because it takes the headliner with it. You can kind of see the kinks right over here, but I'm gonna try to get all this nice and straight. Alright guys, that's a wrap for this episode. I just had to get started on the Nissan Sentra. I've had the car for a few months, so I just need to get the car fixed and sold so I can buy a more exciting build. But let me know if you guys want to see me finish that car up. Here's an update on the RX-7. So we've been running into more issues. I think we have to pull the engine back out or raise the chassis. Our headers and the rack and pinion are fighting under there, and it's not fitting. It's a really tight squeeze. So we're gonna have to do some more welding and cutting under there, but as soon as we get the car started, I will update you guys. Follow me on Instagram at DannyTV. They'll probably hear the first start up there. With all that being said, thank you guys for all the love and support. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, turn on your post notifications. Let me know how I did down in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.